And action. Ugh. How's it going, YouTube? DMTombstone Belts back here with a brand new episode for you guys of DMTombstone Live. Yeah, anyway, let's start off as you know, traditionally, what I say when I do DMTombstone Live, anything, just know it's unsanctioned, uncensored. Anything that happens, just try to keep it family friendly as possible. And as right now, and like I said, for you guys enjoying this live stream, please make sure to like it if you do enjoy it, because I'll be keeping notified with the icon that's right up there. And don't forget to leave comments so I can respond to you guys on the live stream while I do it. And yeah, and if you're new to my channel, and hi DM, hi Pez, how are you, man? Yeah, nice to see you again. And for anyone that's watching that is brand new to my channel and want to know all about these, including reviews of the belts and that, check out my main channel of almost close to 440 videos. And yeah, watch them, like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Guys, I'm 35 away from 800 subscribers. Yeah, that's a lot. So let's try to get me there. And of course, yesterday I've just been touching up one of my belts with the restone work. And if you guys don't know, now all the stones around the big W here have now been restoned with cubic zirconias. And I gotta tell you, I'm still thinking if I should. Did you catch the AAA show the other day? Yes, I have. Now that Dirty Dom is now holding the Intercontinental and the AAA Mega Campeon. I mean, it's literally just pushing Dom to be a wrestling superstar like his dad was. I don't know how much longer they're going to keep him being a heel, though, because after all, eventually they may want him to go back as a face. Double champ. Yeah, I know. I saw it. And they had a double champ for two companies. Intercontinental champion for WWE, and now the Mega champion for AAA. Kind of like how it is with Trick Williams, who was now the TNA champion, even though he's not a TNA superstar. But I feel like they're going to build up a big thing that involves Dom to lose both championships. I mean, hopefully, because, I mean, as much as I say, I'm not a big fan when people turn heel. Especially like Dominic, when he acts like I mean, to me, when it comes to family, when he acts like an asshole to your family, that's just wrong. Unless you, like, for me, where I grew up from, I think the person in my family, they kind of deserve it. But for someone as great as like Rey Mysterio should not have been disrespected like that. I mean, I get it, probably that not realistically they're like that. I mean, after all, it's just a show. You know, Dom doesn't really think like that about his dad off camera, only on camera. You know how it is with kayfabe and all that crap. Could always get Judgment Day to turn on him over jealousy over El Grande Americano. Most likely, I feel like Finn Balor may kick, or even Liv Morgan. When Liv Morgan comes back, she'll turn on Dom, and with Finn Balor, and they may actually kick Dom out of Judgment Day, or Judgment Day may just disband. Or who knows, maybe Raquel Rodriguez may turn on Liv because she's more partners with Roxanne than anyone. Who knows how they may do stuff like that. But then again, I really wish they could have unmasked on Grande Americano because we know it. Everyone should know who he is. I mean, it's not, as of right now, it ain't, there's a lot of people think it's Chad Gable, but this is a different El Grande Americano. Chances are that at the current El Grande Americano is probably Kaiser, if you guys never who he was. Was his name Eric Kaiser or something like that? I'm not sure. Forgot the guy's first name. But the one that's been dating up Tiffany Stratton. Ludwig Kaiser. I think that's his name. He's the one that's portraying El Grande Americano as Chad Gable is out right now. And of course, can't wait for WrestlePalooza to happen on ESPN. Well, I think there's also a football game that's on today. I think the Lions are supposed to play today. I'm not sure, but I'll check. I'd like to see them actually finally win a game again. Hold on one second, folks. What is that? All right, nothing. All right. Yeah, of course. I talked about how SmackDown was last, and how Brock F5 our truth so hard that he even tore his own jeans. I'm thinking, how? And it ain't the first time he's torn pants doing stuff like that. I remember, like on when I went to SummerSlam when he fought Cody Rhodes, he torn his shorts fighting Cody Rhodes as well. I liked it better when Chad Gable was playing the character. Well, yeah, but then again, it's it's kind of like I feel like it's kind of like how they did with the Blue Blazer, like how Blue Blazer was Owen Hart. They figure out who he was and stuff like that. It's like that. El Grande Americano, like anyone could put on the mask and be that person. And is anybody excited to see WrestleMania 43 come to Saudi Arabia? Well, I'm not because I was really hoping they do like it's like a 20-year tradition that WrestleMania always comes back to Detroit every 20 years. They did it with WrestleMania 3 and then WrestleMania 23, but I guess those damn Arabians. I'm not. I mean, no offense to the Arabians, or anyone of Saudi Arabia, but it's just you already had enough when it comes to Royal Rumble and Crown Jewel and all that. Now you're gonna take WrestleMania from us too. I mean, it's a big moment as well for I think it's going to be the first WrestleMania outside the North American continent. Because it's only been in Canada, like it's mostly been the United States that WrestleMania has been taking place in. Hi, Bobette. Is that Bobette? Hello, Bobette. How are you? Great name there, Val. But yeah, I mean, because WrestleMania has been mostly an American-based PLE, and it's only been in Canada, I think, maybe once or twice, and never been out of the North American continent until now. And it's like, wow, it's insane. I mean, it's just crazy now how things have changed over the time being. But hi, Bobbit. Anyone that's you're all enjoying the live stream, don't forget to like. And if you want to know what I'm all about, check me out on my main channel. All right. 2, 3. All right. Yeah, if I feel distracted, I do apologize. I've just been playing this game for a bit. Do some stuff in the time being. And then on tomorrow, I got to go back to work. And right now, I'm seeing current updates on on the progress of the orders by Hassan Belts. Yeah, guys, I just filled in the order for him. And can't wait for that to come in and unbox it and review it to you guys. I don't know if it's gonna be like I don't know when or how the unboxing that would be. Chances are I might not be able to unbox it on a stream because if it's on the weekdays, I work the weekdays. Yeah, I'm still working on other progress and stuff. And with the, I don't like it, but I understand why they're doing it. Money, WWE has a legal obligation to its shareholders. Well, yeah, especially the fact now it's partners with UFC and TKO. So yeah, obviously WWE has not much control when it comes to where they can put stuff at. I mean, I'll be surprised if WrestleMania would ever return to Indianapolis or would ever go to Indianapolis like they promised when Pat McAfee was part of the announcing group. But I guess since now he's taking time off, I guess they're just like, you know what? Since he doesn't want to do this as much anymore, we're not going to have WrestleMania come to his city of Indianapolis. But it's like I get it. WrestleMania is going to be a big thing, and they want to do a lot for it. Eventually, we may see WrestleMania come in London. I mean, don't you all agree that? See WrestleMania happen in London? I mean, I know one time in my lifetime I want to at least go to a WrestleMania, but now I see how the WWE's ticket prices are. I have to nearly save up a lifetime just to spend one, if not yet 2 days at WrestleMania. Because they at certain like cheapest tickets probably go for like $1,000, and like who's gonna spend that type of money just to a show? I mean, like the people that would save literally have a lifetime savings done just to see one show in their life, and yet here to try to do more than just one. It's ridiculous. I mean, yeah, you're a billion-dollar company, WWE, but that doesn't mean you gotta make people spend nearly as much money just to see the damn show. What should I do with the WrestleMania cost a small fortune today. I watched WrestleMania 1 at the Philadelphia Spectrum back in 1985 on a CCTV when it was affordable. Yeah. Well, probably back then, back then, like $100 in 1985 was probably like equivalent to maybe what 500 to today's money. I mean, I don't know how it is with like how they do it with inflation, but I gotta tell you, it made you have more money back then than you would today. It just sucks. I think front row costs like 40K now. Yeah, that. The hell with that. I would not be want to be dropping nearly by year's income worth of money just to for a damn ticket. Hold on one second. Oh, yeah, that's more money than a lot of people make in a year. Yeah, that's about more money I make in a year. It's ridiculous. But since people are gonna want to mind spending that much money, WWE's gonna allow it. But man, eventually, hopefully, someone's gonna just say, you know what, time to knock this off and give them what they deserve. Because it's just ridiculous. People can't barely afford a living nowadays, and they think they're gonna just spend that much money just for one show and not get anything in return. That is ridiculous. Pretty much the only people that would pay that amount of money to sit in front row are celebrities, or if not yet, people that are fans of WWE. They're like they're well known like sport people. Like in Detroit, it would have been like Jamar Gibbs and that spending that type of money. And of course, he can afford it because he make like what millions of dollars a year with being a football player. Like it just sucks for most people that can't afford to see a WWE show. Long enough, I went to a couple in my lifetime, and even two pay-per-views, Hell in the Cell and SummerSlam. Or oil tycoons. Maybe that's why they're going to be in Saudi Arabia. Probably. But you could thank Khan for that. Right. All right. Was it? I wonder how many dislikes they have now on their announcement that WrestleMania will be in Saudi Arabia. Dislikes are far outweigh the likes. Pretty sure of it. Majority of them. I mean, unless the majority of the likes are from Saudi Arabia or other foreign countries, to make them think, oh, if they could go to Saudi Arabia, they could probably show up in Japan or Russia or some other country. again, like I said, I can't blame them because WWE is becoming so big now. When it's a global phenomenon, it should all its pay per views should be as well global as well, not just bound for the U.S. Any predictions on WrestlePalooza? Well, I only know a few matches that may be happening at WrestlePalooza. So, if anything, like John Cena versus Brock, that one I'm going to say, as much as I hate to say it, I think I'm pretty sure I'm going to go with it. I'm going to say John Cena is going to win. Only because the fact that Brock Lesnar just came back. Yeah, people are routing for him, but he's still in hot water after those allegations. Though they were probably dropped, it's still a little bit doozy on having him be fully back and doing stuff. I mean, do I expect Brock to win the match? I mean, I feel like it's more 60% I'm going to think Cena's going to win and 40% on Brock. Real close, but I'm just favoring Cena just a little bit more. Then there's Io Sky versus Stephanie Valkyrie for the vacant world's heavyweight or the women's world heavyweight title. I think I want to give that one to Stephanie because that day they made her win the shot at the world title at Clash at Paris. And Io Sky's already been a world champion, and they're gonna probably set up a feud with her and the members of the Damage Control go against each other and stuff like that. I feel like Stephanie Valkyrie is going to become the next women's world heavyweight champion. Now I don't know what other matches are going to be involved. I think isn't there one like Braun and the Bronze taking on the Usos? I mean, AJ Lee and Punk wins. Of course, there's that. Brock literally destroyed Cena for the belt years ago. Yeah, he did do that. But don't forget, Cena has beaten Brock before as well. I think, in fact, he defeated Brock Lesnar in an Extreme Rules match when Brock returned to WWE after he lost to The Rock. So, can you say that Brock ain't? I mean, Dave, Brock is one hell of a wrestler, but he is not undefeated. Cena has defeated him before. I'm pretty sure that he can again. But who's to say? Who's to know? Like I said, I don't have the sheets and all that or work with WWE to know the outcomes. And then again, if I did, I wouldn't want to mention them here on the live stream because again, unlike Paul Heyman, I don't do spoilers. It just takes the fun out of wrestling if you knew what was going to happen. But excited to see AJ Lee return and now with her husband to take on Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. It's going to be quite a match. And obviously, is it going to be? It's going to be a tough one because I want to say just because AJ Lee returns does not mean she's going to win her first match back. But if she does, then I say glad on her first day back after 10 years of wrestling, she still got it. But in Megan's terms, I'm going to say Becky may sneak a win out against AJ Lee to cause the win of the match between her and her husband, Seth. What makes Brock so good is he's a real wrestler. NCAA champ, UFC champ. He brings legitimacy to WWE. Yeah, but there's also all those allegations around him. But again, I'm not going to put that on Brock because after all, again, the charges on him were dropped. But dang it, when he was in UFC, he was taking steroids and shit like that, and the only reason he was not that, I mean, yeah, he might have been NCAA champ. I mean, NCAA heavyweight wrestling champion, but so was Kurt Angle. And I'm pretty sure so many others that have been NCAA champion that's been in WWE. A UFC fighter and a UFC champ? Yeah, so was Ronda Rousey. And so was Ken Shamrock and that Dan Severn guy that was in WWE for a little bit. Matt Riddle was a UFC fighter. You know, I don't think he was ever a UFC champion, but he was in WWE. Brock's not that hit of a thing as he used to be. I mean, I'm not saying it's because I don't like Brock Lesnar. I just think he was just more of like a fad when it came to his popularity. But now it's like his time has come and gone. That's the same way I feel about all those other names you mentioned. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Ronda Rousey's not even doing. I'm pretty sure Ronda Rousey doesn't even want to go back to WWE. She's done with WWE now. Like, well, that's why I say her time has come and gone as well. She probably would have still been big here in WWE, but now it's not the same. In fact, I don't even know why she would even carry the name Rowdy Ronda Rousey anymore if she's not even going to wrestle. She only carried that name for the UFC, and now she's done with UFC. I say don't even be known as Rowdy anymore because you were never rowdy in the first place. Mayday called her the dangerous woman on the planet. Is she really that dangerous when she got her ass kicked by Shayna Baszler in an MMA rules match at SummerSlam? Again, probably one of the worst SummerSlam matches I've seen. But yeah, it's not the same. We just happened to be talking about Brock. That's so why I mentioned him. Well, yeah, don't get me wrong. The guy's one hell of a wrestler. In fact, probably a scary athletic person. This guy does things that you wouldn't be like looking at him like, holy shit, I can't believe he actually could do that. He's got like that explosive power to him. Yeah, a guy could pick up nearly 500 pounds and on his shoulders like it was nothing. Like he could probably like literally pick you up and throw you around like a rag doll with ease without even breaking a sweat. He's like that. He's like that freakish monster strength. And then you rarely see him get manhandled a lot. And that's another reason why I would say Rock is not all it's cracked up to be. Like maybe it was back in the day, like the early 2000s, but now it's different. It's been over 20 years now, and he's not as a big impact as he did back in the day. But he does need a Paul Heyman in his corner to talk. He has no mic skills. That's probably the reason why Paul was his partner and manager most of the time because they knew he couldn't speak on the mic. Another reason why probably Paul Heyman was with Roman Reigns. Roman wasn't good with mic skills either until they think he can build up mic skills. That's mostly what the good use of a manager to talk for you was. Managers that can have mic skills to talk for you instead of having you talk for yourself. Because again, mic skills means a lot to being a wrestler. And if you can't talk on the mic, you're just gonna flop more than a fish without water. And that's why they had greats like Paul Heyman and Paul Bear and many other great managers of the time, like the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. He was so good that if no one could, if anyone could barely hear him, oh, they definitely heard him with the megaphone. But yeah, wow, already going on for 30 minutes. But then again, Brock's the type of person that doesn't need to talk. Because the thing, there's certain wrestlers that their their mouths are the key to their character, but Brock, it's more of like his just straight up attitude just to go out there and kick ass. That's what Brock's character is. He's not a guy on the mic. He's a guy that just wants to go out there and beat the shit out of everybody. That's what Brock Lesnar is. And when he starts talking and he gets into a jokish phase where he looks like he smiles a lot and all that, that's the point where people should start getting scared because that's something you never rarely see Brock doing with a smile, acting all joking and stuff. It should mean one of two things. A, that something is going on, well, it should just mean one of two things. A, you just might be enjoying having a fun time, or B, you're about to get your ass kicked by a guy who thinks it's funny. And already for him with a smile, you're thinking it's Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is never the guy that acts like, hey, buddy, buddy to you. He's more of the shy type guy, and he would literally tear you a new asshole. There used to be so many managers back in the day. That's one thing that's truly missing in today's wrestling. Yeah, definitely. Most likely now the manager position is rarely seen in WWE anymore because it's not as popular as back in the day. Well, back in the day, managers were mostly like females. They like Macho Man Randy Savage had Miss Elizabeth. Dusty, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes had that. What was that girl's name? It was an African American woman, but yeah, he had her. Uh, Harlem Heat and Shawn Michaels had Sensational Sherry. Goldust had, what was her name, Terry Runnels or something like that. Yeah, and of course there was also Vicky Guerrero for her nephew Chavo, for Edge, or Dolph Ziggler, Jack Swagger. I mean, most manager positions were mostly for the female wrestlers back in the day when female wrestling wasn't as big and popular. They mostly had females being managers. Even China was one of them. But then again, China was just a badass female. Did maybe she had done stuff that messed up her career in wrestling, but she broke barriers as a female. But like I said, definitely the manager job, it seems to be dying out with WWE. It's still alive today with AEW, TNA, and many other companies that still apply for the manager stuff. But just like now with WWE, that's become slim to none there. It's mostly those that can wrestle will wrestle. And those that are trying to be a manager, they're already in the Hall of Fame and have nothing to do, or it's just that because they make great storylines on them and stuff like that. Ones that can take bumps and get hit and that. Because you rarely see those that actually are managers are ones that already are a wrestler or are not a wrestler. Paul Heyman being one of them. He's technically not even a wrestler. He's just a man. He's the guy that's been known most of his life as a manager. But yeah, it's that. All right. Eddie Long, Slick, the Grand Wizard, Lou Albano. Yeah, Sapphire. That's what I was thinking of. Dusty Love has Sapphire, baby. Freddie Blassie, all greats. Well, yeah, but like I said, like most times when they had managers, it's because they needed someone that was mostly like valets. That like true managers back in the day were actually like real life managers. Like they booked their flights, they set them up for stuff like that. Like they would actually be like true like managers, like agents and that, like being like their travel agents and stuff. But nowadays, everyone books for themselves, and it's like not the same. Let's see. You ever watch clips from wrestling from the other territories, like from back in the day, like NWA, AWA, WCCW? Not really, because I haven't barely been. Yeah, it's hard to keep up with all the wrestling stuff that's been happening, like NWA and all of them. Even back in those days, it's like I haven't even watched a lot of WCW stuff. I was mostly stuck with WWE and watched some of ECW. It's just hard to watch all the stuff even back then before my day. A minute, let that start and just get back to this. Yeah. My restoning work for my undisputed WWE championship. It's so far getting there. By the way, I came across an envelope that had some of my old ECW ticket stubs. Show you when I get it framed and put them in. Oh, cool, man. Yeah, I think I still got some. I think I got maybe have one of my stubs from when I did the Saturday Night main event before WrestleMania 22. I don't know if I don't know where they are, but chances are my mom might still have them somewhere. May have still some stubs from my previous WWE events. Majority of them were digital, so there's no way I can save those. But yeah, as you guys tell, I already got them. Like I said, I was done restoring all around the W of the main plate because I already got the side plates all done. I mean, I didn't do these side disc stones because I mostly was just gonna get them replaced anyway. But I'm still figuring if I should replace the black stones on the W with black cubic zirconias because I'm not sure if it's even gonna matter that much. Looks sweet, thank you. Because I'm not quite sure if it's gonna be any different from the stock black stones to the black stones of a cubic zirconia. I'll at least give it a try. I mean, as well, they got to replace all the stones because even though even if they do look the same, the stock plastic ones are not as good as the actual stones. Okay, I always never like to have plastics. I mean, to me, it's like plastic stock stones just don't feel right to me. Yeah, but wow, I'm gonna probably end this in about a couple minutes because wow, it's been going on for over 40 minutes now. Yeah, I'm just gonna first very rich around there, the 2 minute warning. So probably gonna do an outro right now. And any of you guys got any comments while I do the outro? Don't worry, I'll still talk to you in chat about it while I do it. By the way, what game have you been playing? Oh, I've just been playing some Minecraft. You know, just to fill in the time. Been feeling bored and stuff like that. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna do the outro right now. So thank you guys so much for watching this stream. Uh, make sure you leave your comments below so I can chat up with you guys, see what's been happening, and yeah, what else is there? And don't forget to leave a like on the stream while you can. Uh, check out my main channel if you're new to my channel. See what I'm all about, my belt reviews and stuff like that. Check out the near 400, I think it's 438 or something like that, near 440 videos of my channel. Like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already, guys. Think it. I'm 35 away from 800. 35 away from 800, marking at least 300 subscribers in 1 year alone. I'll talk to you later then. Okay, thanks, Pez. Go check out his channel. He's got a couple videos of his wrestling belt collection, including the belt that I sent to him. He was the belt giveaway winner and for the 700 subscriber celebration. But anyway, also follow me on my social media, like on Instagram at Damien96, and as well on X at DMTombstone96, where I post stuff there. If I post stuff here on YouTube, and don't forget to ring the notification bell, ding ding ding, so you guys be notified for when I do next live streams and videos for you guys. Shout outs to my friends like Dex, who does live streams that mostly involve music, but he also has a new channel called Wrestle Chat Talk, where he chats about wrestling stuff. Uh, go check that out. And of course, my friend Stephen Hammer, STEPHEN Hammer. He does belt related videos as well on his channel. Anyway, DM Tombstone Belts, and for DM Tombstone Live, signing off. Probably see you guys next week. But in the meantime, have a good day, everybody.